Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel, and in today's video we got another huge unbox to unbox from my good friend Ricky. Now, of course, there's going to be a lot of NASCARs inside. This one's probably going to be the biggest one yet because of the box is the biggest one yet. So buckle in, strap in, have yourself some popcorn. We're going to be here for a while. But before we get into the box, there were some cards in the box that I did start going through off camera. I meant to record, turns out the record button wasn't on. Oops. So, we're gonna start with these. I'm also a big fan of Pokemon, so he threw in some Pokemon cards for free. Now, these may not be in the exact order that they came in, because again, I had to... camera wasn't on. Whoops. But I put them in the order they came in to the best of my ability, and they're still by set. So, we're gonna go by that. We got from base set all the way back in 1998, I believe. Weedle, Tangela, Abra, and Onyx. Then from Zungle, we've got Parasect, Eevee, that one's one of my favorites, Spearow, Pikachu, another one of my favorites, Cubone, Mankey, Rhydon. And then into Fossil, we got Selder, Krabby, Kingler. Always cool to have an evolution line. Speaking of, Ammonite and Omastar, Horsey, Tentacool, Kabuto, Geodude, and I believe Graveler. No, Slowpoke is the last fossil. No, Golbat is the last fossil. And then we got Kakuna from base set 2. Very happy about that one. Love the Beedrill line. Tangela, also from base set 2. Nidoran. Vertini. That one's cool. I like that one. Doduo. Giovanni's Massop. This one was from one of the Zim Challenge sets. I believe it was Zim Challenge or Zim Leader. I forget which one, but I really like that set. Those sets. Snubble from... one of the Zen 2 sets, I believe it was Neo Discoveries, maybe? I might be thinking of the wrong one. I'm not too keen on my Pokemon sets. Gligar. This one's one of my favorites. I love Gligar. Wooper. Larvitar. This one is from... oh, and Wooper is from a different set as well. I'm not sure of the name of this set, so my apologies. Larvitar. Also from that set. Unknown. Oh, I like that. The unknown text. I love that. And finally, Growlithe. This really cute Growlithe. I love that artwork. So, that's it for the vintage cards. I do believe. There might be a few more in here, but I'm not certain. So, we'll put those off to the side. And we got some modern cards here to go through real quick. We got 3 little stacks of them. So, we'll get this one started with Eevee. Love me Eevee and all of its evolutions. So, we got Eevee. We got a reverse holo Jolteon, I do believe, unless these are the holos now. Yeah, I think these are the holos now. A Vaporeon as well. That's always cool. Rattata and Scyther. All part of my, favorite lines from the Zen 1 era. So that's cool to get them. And these are not going back in their sleeves. There we go. Finally got it. Then we got Ariados. This one is the Zen 2 pile, then. Ariados, very underrated Pokemon, in my opinion. We got another one. Oh, this one's from the Stricker Trade bundles, I believe, that they do. Spinarak and Espeon. Always cool to have Espeon. Okay, final stack of the cards. This one is the Zen 3 pile. We got Camerupt, Cradily, Shiftry, that's a holo. Yeah, I believe most of these are holos. Camerup's a reverse. And Leafeon. That one's from Zen 4. But yeah, so that's really cool that he was able to get me some of these. There were just little bonuses too, so that was really cool. Now, onto the cards. Or, I believe should be onto the cards. There might be a few more cards along the way that we'll take a look at. But first, number 10. That one will be saved for later. You know how this goes. Mystery stuff always gets saved for later. We got Winston Cup Mystery. You know how this goes. So, we'll be putting the mystery cards off to the side here as I unfocus the camera for a bit so we can get more room. We got... we got Are you drunk? I am not, but these are the mystery beer cars slash possibly tobacco cars. We'll see what's in there. We'll put that right there. Okay, we got... I'm just kind of trying to grab the mysteries. 2004, part 2. That one's a mystery. We got mysteries by number, like number 8. And we got mysteries by year, like that one. So, we'll be doing the, year ones first, and then the by year after that. Free upgrade, thanks for the business friendship. That's adorable. That's really cute. So I'm glad that we were able to, have all this have this going on for all these years. And here's to many more boxes like this. 1997, free. Here's one that's not a mystery that I knew about. I believe this was Zone Nemisek in the car in 1998. The, Bell South, number 42. So we'll try to get this one opened up. This one's the black paint scheme. And this one's from a Racing Champions, like, pack that he cracked open because it was pretty mangled, and I got a couple cars out of that. There we go. Tape wasn't giving way for a second. So yeah, that one's a nice little car there. Nice black paint scheme. I always love the unique paint schemes. Anyway, we got 2009 Mystery. That one will be fun to see. Always a fan of COT mysteries. We got Nextel Cup Mystery. That one's interesting. We got... I'll save that one for later. That's not a mystery car, but I will be saving that one for later. We got a 2007 mystery car. That one's exciting. We got a 2006 mystery car. They're all exciting, let's be real. We got a 2003 mystery car. That one's a heavy sumbitch. We got a 1996 mystery car, which was free. Always appreciate that. We got a 1999 mystery car. Lots of mysteries. Lots and lots of them. We got number 5. So hang on. I gotta put the numbered ones over here so that I remember where they are. Otherwise, they're gonna get lost in the pile. Then we got the other car from that Racing Champions pack. Todd Bodine, I believe, was driving this one. But then again, I can never be sure with the Tabasco fiasco. This one is the green paint scheme that, with the sauce that drove a couple times. So that one's really cool. I love the Tabasco fiasco. The whole story behind that. We got 1, 2, and 3 over here. So I'm just going to quickly show them on camera. And we're going to put them over there. So those are all going over there. We got an edit for the trade that I'm doing with a couple of cars. And speaking of, I'll put the other car that I remember being from that trade over here. That being this one. If you know, you know. We'll get to that one in a little bit. Because that one is one of my favorite paint schemes of all time. Anyway, just kind of gonna put the rest of the mysteries here. 1998 goes over there. 2005, that one's also kind of heavy. I wonder what that one is. I'll put that one over there. 2008. That one's another COT. That one's going to be fun. Jeff Gordon mystery. This one's a heavy son of a bitch, too. I keep saying that a lot, but it's true. There's a lot of... It makes me ponder. It's like, okay, well, that one's probably an action. 2004, part Uno. I don't want anything to fall off here, so that would be bad. 2001 mystery. That one's going to be exciting. Always love me. 2001. We got... I'm just trying to grab the rest of the mystery cards here. 2000 mystery. Another heavy one. I feel like I'm talking Pokemon now. 2002 mystery. A 2010 mystery. That one's in the box. Or at least it's in some sort of casing. Number 7. So we're looking for number 4, which is right here. We're looking for number, let's see, number 9 and 6. 6, 9, 6, 9. Here we are. So we got 6 and we got 9. Okay. So, I believe, yes, that's all of the numbered ones. We got all of the numbered ones. We're going to put those over there. We're going to put all of these guys over here. I'm going to move the cards so that they don't get knocked around by the cars, and they can kind of just still act separately. Because that would, you know, I don't want them to get damaged or anything. And we are going to move the mystery cars all over here. Kind of just going to do it gently so that nothing gets damaged. And we're going to move Travis on top, or not Travis, Brendan. That's Brendan gone. I believe those are all the mystery cars. We do have some cards over here in the side, but we'll get to those in a little bit because they're kind of just there on the side. So, we're going to start going through some cards. We got Terry Labonte, the power of K Stencils. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, considering K Stencils don't even last, I don't even think are a thing anymore. Yeah, so that's kind of funny. So we got a very colorful car, one of my favorites from 1999, I would say, and it's a beautiful accent body. Accents from that time period are very, very cool. We got another one from 99. This one is Jerry Nadeau's Cartoon Network car. The Dexter's Lab paint scheme. So we will get that one all opened up. Another one for the 99 collection. One of my smallest collections, so glad to be adding extensively to it, as you'll see later on. As well as 1998, which we will get to soon enough here with Bobby Labonte's Interstate Batteries Hot Rod Magazine Pontiac Grand Prix. Such a cool paint scheme, not gonna lie. Like, when I was younger, I had this, like, CD game that was based around, like, Hot Rod Magazine that, like, played, that, like, you built the Zunker from scratch, like, you bought, like, a Zunk car. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. But the point is, I recognize Hot Rod Magazine. It's, nostalgic to me, so that's a really cool car to get from 1998. I should be sorting these by year, so that I don't lose track, because I don't know. I'm not as well versed with the 90s stuff, so well, I'll just put it like that. Anyway, moving along to 1997. This one is a year that I'm surprisingly more well versed in, even though it's arguably less iconic than 98 and 99. 97 is not as popular of a year, but I like the cars a lot. This one is Derek Cope's number 36 Skittles Grand Prix from Action. It's got that, you know, kind of interesting Action Pontiac body, but hey, at least it's not as bad as their Chevrolet body. So yeah, Derek Cope drove that car. Bet you didn't remember that. Anyway, we'll get back to this one. This one was a nice little appreciation upgrade for my Elliott Sadler from 2004. Because, you know, we'd been discussing this deal for a while. So when the time finally came, Ricky included this one as kind of like a goodwill zester for being patient, and I really appreciate that, because my Sadler is the Racing Champions one, which is cool, but it's a bit inaccurate. You know, it's on the wrong body. It's got some bad decals. This is the Winner's Circle one, which will match the other Winner's Circle ones that I have, so that's pretty dang cool. I always love the M&M's cars, the 38 ones especially. Because I grew up watching, you know, 2007 David Gilliland. So, yeah, that's really cool. First 2000s car unboxed. We'll move right into another one here. This is a familiar sight. We've unboxed a very similar car in one of the boxes prior. And I've had the Racing Champions version of this car for a while. And then we got the Edit in the last box, I do believe. And this is the Accent version, which ran at the Winston. Ken Schrader's Pedigree M&M's. Such a fun paint scheme, and I'm just shocked that, you know, 2 different versions were made by 2 different companies. And it's like, bruh. Nowadays, we're lucky to even get one. Well, no, that's a lie. There was that, Van Gisbergen Zillitz, promo set, which is probably going to go for like $1,000 friggin' dollars. That's a variant of the Red Bull car. So that's fun. Always love promos like that are almost impossible to get. Anyways, moving along, we got Mark Martin's Xerox car from 1999. This one's such a fun paint scheme too. It's funnily almost identical to Terry Labonte. It's like, copy your homework. You know? It's like, what the heck happened there? Anyway, we got another 1997 here. This one being Brett Bodine's Close Call. I believe this was a special paint scheme. I don't remember. That's what I remember reading anyway. I haven't watched most of 1997, unfortunately. But this is such a nice paint scheme. I like it's so 90s. Like, it's so 90s that it hurts. Of course, it's on that bulky Accent mold. But it does look nice. It's got nice decals. It's got pretty nice looking everything. So, very happy to have that. Another new 1997 car added to my roster. And this one is another one. This one is Mike Skinner's number 31 Lowe's. I believe this is the apron hood car. Yes, apron hood. So, very minor paint scheme stains, but of course they made it because Accent made everything pretty much. For like the main drivers, if you were not one of those, you were crap out of luck. Anyway, speaking of one of the main drivers that was produced pretty much every year, or one of the main cars, I should say, is Bobby Hamilton's Kodak Max machine from 1998. I do believe this was Bobby Hamilton still. Very iconic paint scheme. Very iconic. One of my all-time favorites from the 90s. So, very happy to have a 1998 version of it in my collection now. Moving along, we got an upgrade for me. This one is Jeremy Mayfield / Elliott Sadler's, but produced as a Jeremy Mayfield. Dodge Dealers paint scheme from 2006. I have this one, but the roof number is horribly mangled and it just does not look the best. So, very happy to add a clean one to my collection. And speaking of, I thought that there was another, yeah, here it is. I knew I saw it on near the top of the box from what we have left. Casey Mears, 2004. Target Dodge, another one of my all-time favorite car scheme sponsor combos. This is the Casey Mears from 2004, and this one has the accurate headlights. Mine had the Intrepid headlights, so that's pretty cool. We'll put that right next to Elliott Sadler. 2004, such an underrated year for primaries, man. It does not get the attention it deserves. And this one is a 2007. This one is Jimmy Johnson's Cobalt Tools. This one is also an upgrade. Love the metallic colors Jimmy had in 2007. Between this one and... let's see, is it right here? Can I get... yes, it's right here. Cool. The Power of Pride car. Another one which has, like, these awesome metallic colors. Which I never really appreciated until, like, very recently. Like, look at that sign on the red. It's just so nice. And mine had scraped off roof number. It was so crap. But yeah, this one, just look at that red. This might be like my favorite iteration of the Power of Pride car. And trust me, that's not the only 2007 upgrade we have in here. Because, oh, look at this. What's this? It's Casey Mears, 2007. National Guard Chevrolet. Mine was in okay shape, but it wasn't, you know, perfect. So, I needed a good-looking one, since mine had some pretty nasty nicks alongside the logos. The logos are the real killer for me. If it's just the paint, I can probably match it. But if the logo is scraped off and missing, then it's a lost cause. Let's see, what other upgrades do we have in here, if any of them at all? Well, no, I know there's a lot more. Here we are. Jeff Gordon, 2007, Pepsi. This one is a Motorsports Authentic Drivers Select, instead of just being the standard, you know, box version, because I actually did get the Nicorette Drivers Select very, very recently at a toy show. I had the DuPont Drivers Select, so it's like, alright, I gotta go for the rest of them in Drivers Select then. So, very happy to get this one. My old one was a winner circle and was beat to crap. So, it'll be nice to have this one finally join his brethren. Lots of Hendrick cars so far, at least in 2007. Can we keep that train rolling with the Hendrick upgrades? No, there aren't any more Hendrick upgrades on the top, but we do have some Hendrick cars. Hendrick cars. Kyle Larson. Anyway, so let's do that one real quick. Let's do Jimmy from 2007. This one is one that I did not have at all. Yes, surprisingly. I did not have the normal Lowe's scheme that he won a gazillion races in and competed for the championship and won the championship. Why did I say competed for? He won the dang thing. So, yeah. Again, with the metallic colors. I didn't realize just how many metallic colors Jimmy used in 2007. So, yeah, we got the whole smorgasbord of Jimmy Johnson 2007 rides over here. As a matter of fact, hang on, I gotta move the camera so that we can move these, no, you're not 2007. Move these 2007s to the back, because I know there's gonna be a lot more. Alright, you know what? Let's get this guy freed. This one's from the trade. This one is Brendan Gaughan's 2004 primary that he drove for Penske after they bought Zasper Racing. And it was only a one-year deal. Kind of a shame, because he did show flashes in the pan, but the 77 was always dog shit. Like, absolute dog shit, pretty much, from what I remember. Even when Hornish drove it, it was just not good, except for that one time it was. I am so happy to finally have this one in my collection. It's like, it's one of my favorite paint schemes from 2004. So we're going to go ahead and put it with the other ones. Do you see what I mean about 2004? Look at those three. Those primary schemes are so freaking awesome. Anyway, moving along. We got Mark Martin, 1999. I do believe that this is the NASCAR Rules car. And if you're wondering what the heck I just said, NASCAR Rules was a very short-lived, I think 2 or 3 year long line by Racing Champions that combined their premier line pretty much with some of the best detail you'll ever see on a stock car, including opening trunk, opening hood, rubber tires, you know. And these were the first of their kind that had the, like, smaller rims from Racing Champions. Not like the cartoonish, oversized tires that the normal releases had. So, I actually really like them. I have the Sad Little from that line as well, from 1999. Anyway, moving along, we got Jimmy from 2008. Again, I didn't have it, surprisingly. When I was younger, I did not like Jimmy Johnson at all. I was a Jeff Gordon fan. This was a Jeff Gordon house. Jimmy Johnson was the enemy. But now, of course, he's fine. Love the Lowe's cars, some of my favorites. I know I keep saying that, but it's so true. We'll just put this guy, like, right over here for now until the 2007 evict him and just spread their propaganda everywhere. 2007 game. Anyways, moving right along here. Just kind of unboxing off camera, keep the flow going. We got a 2008 car. It's not going very well off camera because of the wing, but there we go. Tony Stewart's 2008 Home Depot Toyota. Another upgrade that I got, thankfully. This one was another one that was pretty banged up that I had, so very happy to have a clean copy of some of my favorite COTs from that era. And I think we have another one somewhere, but I don't see it on the top here. Ah, there it is. Want to keep the train rolling. There's, I believe, the last 2008 minus the mystery. Zeph Gordon's primary, another upgrade that I needed for my collection. Actually, that's a lie. There's a couple other 2008s in here. But yeah, this is another one that I needed. My Gordon cars were all beat up when I was younger because, you know, Gordon household, Gordon fan. Always needed to have the Gordons, and they would win all my races. And as such, they got pretty stressed. Anyways, 2007, another upgrade, another car that got beat to crap when I was younger. This one is Elliott Sadler's Dodge dealer's car. Such an underrated paint scheme pairing. This one and the Casey Kane car. I love those two so much. Unfortunate that they had literally zero success on the racetrack. I mean, they had some good moments, but like, they did not have, you know, some great moments. Casey almost won in the McDonald's car, but of course the McDonald's curse prevented that from happening, and now they're out of the sport, so they suck. Anyway, Dale Jr., National Guard. This one is the Honoring Our Troops car with the additional decals. This one's really cool. I had forgotten it existed until I saw it among the cars that were available, so that was cool. Moving along here, we got Tony Stewart from 2007. This one I weirdly did not have. I had the Chicagoland race version and the Indianapolis race version, but not the regular primary. And this one is really cool to hold after all this time. I always loved his primary paint scheme from 2007. Big orange. Love big orange. Anyway, moving right along, we've got, if you don't sue Big Red, then you know the sentence if you've watched Talladega Nights. This one is Juan Pablo Montoya's 2007 Haviland Big Red Haviland Dodge Charger. The Dodge Chargers from 2007 are just some of the coolest looking bodies, and they just sucked, unfortunately. But yeah, very cool paint scheme. Not so much on the success on the track, but it had, you know, it was really cool. And as evidenced by my old one, it had its fair share of success over by me. Anyway, we got Tony Stewart's Old Spice Swagger car from 2009. This one I do not really remember on the racetrack at all, unlike a lot of these other ones. So I'm hoping to keep it brief once we get it out of the pack. Very nice paint scheme, though. Love the metallic colors. But yeah, he's got to be sentenced to the back row. The back rows. Anyways, moving right along here, we got a 2003 car. This is the first one of its kind in the unboxing. This one is a Ricky Rudd from 2003, obviously. I just said that. This one is the Air Force car. Like one of the 3 Air Force cars that he ran that year, I think. This one's the primary one, so it's the light blue one. I believe it was in NASCAR Thunder 2004, but I'm probably wrong. So we're going to move these guys over. We're going to put him there because we've got another one. Ricky Rudd just had a lot of cars that year. This one is the Motocraft Father's Day car? No, 700 starts. Okay. Yellow, very nice, very interesting paint scheme. I don't remember that one from one of the games. This one is Terry Labonte, 1998 Iron Man. Texas Terry was one tough customer. I believe he had not one, but 2 Iron Man cars. Because, yeah, there was the one in 1996, and then there was this one, which was for 600 straight, where the paint is just peeling off the car, revealing bare metal underneath that Iron Man persona. Love that. He can go right next to his brother here, as things are getting kind of crazy on the table. There's not a lot of room left. We got another 2007. This one being Dale Jarrett's Kentucky Derby. One of the 2 Toyotas, I believe, in the box. So yeah, this one is really cool, because it's the box release. It's not the promo, which is on the normal generic action promo body that they use for 50 Castrollian different cars. Let's see, what else do we got? We got a Martin Truex from 2008. Another primary that I just surprisingly did not have from 2008. So this one's a really cool ad, and will be a really cool ad to my 2008 assembly. Let's take a look at these cards here that are off to the side here. We've got, I believe, okay, there are 2 in this one. Okay, so we're going to take a look at these NASCAR cards, which do, I believe, go with all of the cars that I've got in here. I'm going to hold off on that, actually, because there might be some that we don't know about yet. So we're going to take a look at the cards. We got this very, very, very sick Arbok EX card. Arbok is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Very recently, just decided that. Oh, and an Umbreon, too. That's awesome. These 2 are some of my favorites. And it's very nice to have them. And then this top loader is for sending a couple cards back his way. Same goes for these here. We got Ekans from Fossil and Grimer also from Fossil. I believe the Ekans was a mystery one. So that was really cool. I will put these with the other cards so that they don't get lost among the sauce. Anyway, we got, you saw the card for this one, so I'll grab this one real quick. Rich Beckles, KFC, Monte Carlo. I don't even know how the hell this car got produced. I don't even know how the hell he had KFC as a sponsor. The team attempted like 2 races, I think, and then sudded. I forget. I'm not the most well-versed, or this one was 1997. I think I might have said 98, but it is 97. Again, I'm not the most well-versed on the 90s, but this is such a cool car. And when I was younger, I thought that this was like a front row car because of the font. It's very similar. Anyways, moving along here, we got our first 2002 car of the box. Can you believe that? So this one is Mark Martin's Craft. It's the pit stop version. I had the what was that line called? Owner's Series. I can't believe I forgot what it was called. Owner's Series. But I needed the upgrade because mine is missing all of the windows. Moving along, we got Jimmy Spencer. 1999. No Bull 5. Or No Bull, sorry. No Bull 5 was the promotion. No Bull. Ford, Taurus. And yeah, this one's really cool. I love the tobacco cards of your kind of make space for all these guys. And we're still not all the way through the non-mystery cars. We've got Mark Martin's 2005 Viagra throwback. One of them, anyway. This one's the blue one. I forget which car this was a throwback to. Was this a Soooo's light car? I think this was the Soooo's light car. So yeah, that one's our first 2005 of the box. I don't believe it is the last. We have Warburton in his MBNA America car from 1997. Ward's such a cool driver, very underrated. With associate sponsorship from MasterCard. Filling out the 1997 very nicely here with some nice action cars. I struggle to say that because Action's bodies were pretty bad, but the quality was still, you know, like the decals and stuff were still top notch for the time. Like among the, like compared to like, especially Winter Circle. God, Winter Circle was like the epitome of everything bad that year. Anyway, I believe this was, yeah, Kenny Wallace's Square D 81 from 1997. And we'll parry that directly into Kenny Wallace's Square D from 1998. Now then, I believe that this was the primary paint scheme for him. I could be wrong, though. Because I swear I do remember there being a blue one, but I could be tripping. Like, as well, from 98, but I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. But yeah, I love the inverse colors on this one. It's definitely, like, my favorite compared to the blue. I think it just looks really cool. And it's a shame that we never got that 55 car that Hot Wheels made. For 2002. It's the same. Anyway, I'm going to do some of these box ones real quick, and I'm going to leave them in the box for now so that we can roll right on through. This one's a 2010 Jamie McMurray, little Jamie baby. Dale Earnhardt Hall of Fame tribute car. This one is Steve Parks' 1999 Pennzoil car. This one is David Reagan, 2014 Farm Ritz on the awful, no good, PTC mold, terrible, every bad adjective under the sun because that's what it is. We got some more cards and a magnet from Surex. Now then, actually, I'm going to be right back. We're going to jump cut this. Nah, let's keep rolling. I was going to jump cut it so I could unbox those cards, but nah. We'll keep rolling. I'll unbox them later. Rapid fire mode. Dale Jr.'s 2007 Budweiser Patriotic. Needed that upgrade. Very underrated Junior team. Not often he ran a Bud car that was not all black. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to jump cut it. Be right back.